Other interesting culture news, you have Budlight. They're not going to apologize. They certainly made a mistake, but like a bad ex-boyfriend or ex-husband, they're going to try to buy your love back. So yet again, they're going to try to give you free crap you don't need, which would actually be a good web domain for them because you don't need any of that. What do you call it? Swamp water. Trying to think of a pejorative term enough for Bud Light. You really don't. There's nothing. I suppose you could use it as a structural component if you're building a, a ditch or something. I'm trying to think of what would be a good use of their product. But nevertheless, it looks like after losing 30% of their market share, and not only losing the best-selling beer of the month in the United States, but losing the best-selling beer of the year in the United States, handing over the crown to Modelo, which ironically, I believe they call it the king of the beers, or is that Budweiser? Nevertheless, they suck. So they lost 30% of their sales in the market share, and they're getting ratioed with every tweet, every social media attempt they try is just falls flat on their face. But they know they can't really give you a real apology because if they do, they further alienate people who are politically, again, this has become a political issue in the United States. They're going to alienate people who are more on the left side of the political aisle. And I was going to say the protests, some turn into riots, but that community, they're very vocal and they are very efficient at boycotting as well. So the boycott would get worse for them. So they are stuck between a rock and a hard place. And of course, the CEO is very much being a politician because depending on what he says, you're going to piss off a lot of people. At this point, I almost don't think there's anything he could say to make the situation better. Let me know if you think that any different, but they're kind of stuck. So what could they possibly do? They know they're going to give away free piss water or free beer, and NFL so you have to give up your email address. So they're data harvesting as well, which helps them from a business perspective, because a lot of companies not only do they monetize that for their internal use, but they'll actually sell it to third parties, which is a morally gray area depending on how transparent you are with the original person who's signing up for the email. So it is still beneficial to the company. Don't get me wrong. They're not being, this is a completely out self-sacrifice. Now, they're saying if you sign up, you're going to get, they get your free email address or you get your email address, and they're going to be entered in a chance to win an NFL ticket subscription and some gift cards and I guess some piss water, which, again, they're trying to go after the NFL market. That used to be a place or, events that would drive their sales very heavily. It'll be interesting to see how much of that particular segment of the market how many of them felt alienated and participated in the boycott and will not change and buy the beer again, and how many people are just kind of in the middle wondering, hey, I might win a free beer or I might win a free NFL ticket subscriptions, which again, I think, does that just mean you get a free YouTube premium account? How disappointing would that be? You'll even get, because the article I read, it said NFL Sunday subscriptions, ticket subscriptions. So maybe it's a real ticket, but you also have YouTube and a couple other streaming platforms where they have exclusive deals. But nevertheless, I digress. It'll be interesting to see how people actually sign up for this and how many people are really going to forgive them because a lot of people, they feel alienated, and I just can't help but wonder how long is it going to take for them to recover. At this point, I don't think they ever will. Maybe they'll get 1 or 2% of their sales back. But it'll be interesting to see, but I always say, time shall tell. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. And again, we're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of August. If you can click that button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, taking the time to like and comment the video is also appreciated because it helps with the video algorithm. Also, the feedback helps me make the show better and better. Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.